things today with cameras and positionings and whatnot.
I'm not on camera.
No, Beth's not on camera. You're not on camera. Beth, you're not on camera. So,
You know if we're watching, right?
yeah. So I'm hoping everybody's doing well. We make sure that I can get everybody on chat because they have yet to figure out how to do chat. Yeah, I gotta get the other thing going. Such a mess. So, Bethany's here. Hello, everybody. Sig figs. Hey, man, if you got a sig fig, let me know. I'd like to see everybody's sig fig. This is the one that I made so I could have a something to show at Brick Fiesta, and I think it kind of looks like me. I had to shave again to see my face and see my sig fig face again. So, I gotta mute this. Hang on, because we don't want to hear me, but we do want to hear the music. Yep. All right. Music is again by Pixel or Pretzel. So, yeah. So that's running. That's good. That works. I'm gonna go back to the camera. Hey, everybody. I don't know why I just shoved that in everybody's face, but how's it going? We're a little backlit again. So I'm gonna do some building on the Capitol tonight. I've got limited time to get this all done, and I'm hoping that I can get it done in the month. So I'm going to work on it a little tonight because I'm also going to be out of town this weekend. And hi, Liz. Oh, yay. Hi, Grandma. How's it going? My grandma from New Mexico, Grandma Vi, is watching. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the video. We'll get started building in just a moment. I don't really have a whole lot of preamble to talk about here other than see my nice webcam here going on. This is the beer we're drinking tonight. It's an old standby, Temptress Imperial Aged Stout. I'm also going to do this one because I haven't had this one. It's another St. Arnold. I'm going to go put this back in the fridge real quick. If the sound gets really bad, I'm really sorry. I don't have like an area mic to pick me up, so I'm just using the laptop to pick me up. Who else is here? Oh, Laura's here too. Hi, Laura. Aunt Laura. So we'll see who's in and watching, and we'll get to building. So if you look, this is the build area. This is what we're going to be working on today. And I'm going to turn the camera off. So I'm also going to have, oh, this is so good. This beer is tasty. I'm also going to have studio up. So hopefully you'll be able to see studio in the corner and the build in the main screen. So that's what we're going to be working on because I'm going to pull up the sections that I have left to do on the, yeah, let's just see if this works. This is left to do on the dome or the Capitol in itself. So I'll have that up in the corner, and I'll have this going so where you can kind of see what we're working on. And I got some nice new lights from a fellow lug member. Oh, and I don't like this music. You're just going to have to deal with that. So hopefully next time we'll have better lights because I haven't worked on something like yet. So let's get started. This is the bag that we get to work with. This is just a big bag from Lego, and it is all these pieces, right? All these huge pieces. So this is just, you can tell this is straight from Lego. This was ordered project support or lug bulk or one of the two. But we got a lot of these pieces in here, and you can see based off the design, it's going to have a lot of these under here. So we're going to get started probably doing one section, probably this section. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit so I can see it because I'm going to have to be working on this. I'm jumping back and forth. Oh, I have to skip this song. I'm all for metal, but you know what? I'm just not in the mood right now. So, let's get to building. And again, I've got the chat up, but they're on my laptop far away. What's up, Dozy? Thanks for joining. This is a Lego building. I'm building the Texas State Capitol, and I'm very close to being done. This is the last little bit. All this green area is what I've got left to do, just the north and south end roof. So I'm going to start laying out some plates tonight, make these big sections here. Probably these sections over here again after that. And then I've got to work on a way to attach these sections because I designed this semi-poorly in that, and I'm going to flip to the scene real quick so you can see what I'm talking about. So this section right here, the reason it's really off is because the whole building is based off of the fact that it's one stud in the dead center of everything, right? Instead of in between two studs like normal designs would be. So everything's one stud. But then the dome was designed so it would be two studs at the center. So everything's a little, it's off by a little bit. So I have to figure out then how to to make that change in this area too. If you're not really a Lego builder, it's kind of pointless for me to have said that, but just it's like everything's half an inch off, and you have to be able to get everything to kind of line up with, you know, on the inch marks so they can grip, because that's what Lego does is grip. And if it's off a half inch, you can't do that. There's plates or there's pieces that help you do that, but for the most part, you can't really do that. So I have to figure out how to float these and put them on after the fact. So I have to be able to attach these attach the roof, attach these two sides, which I'm going to do. I'm going to build them out here and then go put them onto the building. And then after that, put the dome on and then put these side pieces on. So these side pieces are going to have to be kind of floating, but be able to lock down enough to where they sit in place for however long. So that's what we're going for here. And I'm going to go back to the other build camera so we can work on this. So it's basically a big footprint. Try to get rid of some of this so I can see what I'm doing. But it's just a big footprint of these big plates. So I'm going to try to just lay the plates out, and I may have to go back and forth and get other pieces from the other room, but I got as many as I could in here, so we're going to try to do this. All right, let's see who's joined us. Hey, Tom. Tom Hooper has joined us. I'm just going to get a giant handful of plates out because I'm not going to need all of these, but I am going to need quite a bit. So start with these. That should be enough for now. Again, this is kind of ridiculous, this many brick, or this many plates. So, what I'm going to try to do is get as many in between bits and just kind of lay them out on the table. And then they're going to be attached by a bunch of brick inside, so you can kind of see if I get rid of all of the. If I just hide all that, you can kind of see what the substructure is going to look like. So it's a lot of just building plates up. It's not really exciting building, but it's got to get done. So I'm going to collect a few of these. This is so do some 4x8s, 4x12, 4x12. All right, so the most part, I got 4x8s, 2x8s, and 1x8s. All right. So again, these are all going to be spread out, kind of like so. So I was up I was up super early this morning because my brain would not shut off due to the fact that I didn't think I had the stickers or the printed bricks ready for this. The front of the building has state seals on it, and it also has flags. Fun with flags. And I need to either print on the bricks or get stickers made for the bricks. And I didn't have really either done. So I woke up in a panic this morning because I only have like a month left. 3 weeks to a month until this has got to be done for the visitor center. All right, for now, probably going to need these. These. One more. So this is the unglorious part where we get to try to reassemble kind of a puzzle piece version of this. So 1 by 2. And half the time I was building this, I really didn't have any idea what I was doing. Hi, Rachel. I think Rachel's my top fan. She's always here, and I appreciate it. I don't know if you can tell from the lighting, but old brick, or old gray, new gray, old gray, gross gray. What's up, Lego Geek? Thanks for stopping by. Good to see you. You missed the intro part where I'm talking about getting these things built. This is 4 by 12. But you know the drill. You've been here enough. So I really liked being able to empty out a lot of the bags to finish up part of the part of what I've been working on. It was nice to, I'm done with all the sand green slopes, and I don't have to worry about those pieces of junk anymore. Kind of the bane of my existence because they're expensive and we kept running out. I say we like other people are involved and there's like a whole order shipping process or something like that. It's just me. There were other people involved and I have had a lot of help. Don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, it's all living at my house and taking up my space. So here is one of those times where I may need to run and go get a piece because it's just a common enough piece and I don't think I have it in any of these bags. So I'd also like to shout out to Josh, who's a member of the user group, who brought over some nice new lights. Hopefully I'll be able to hook those up and get those going and for some future videos. That'll be nice. Thanks, Lego Geek. I hope it works out. I hope it's nice looking when it's all done. This should be relatively simple because all I'm doing is filling. It's like building up. It's like 3D printing it. So I'm laying down a base layer, and then I'm just building it up and building it up and building it up till it's about that high. And so it's like another plate, a brick, plates on top of that brick. So it steps up, and then I just cover the whole thing in tiles. And that's the fun part. The crappy part is building up this middle bit, which I don't like, but necessary evil, I guess. I don't know if you can really tell from up in the corner, but it's kind of gross. So, this isn't really big news, but it is big news if you're a Lego person. Fox has assumed or got the rights to a show called Master Builder, or Lego Masters. It was a show in the UK. That is a 1x10. I'm gonna have to go look for that. It's a show in the UK where teams of 2 get together and build stuff, and it's like the Great British Bake Off, and people win prizes. Thanks for the follow, Anthony. Appreciate it. So I got an email from a casting director. I need a bunch of those 10s. Saying, would you be interested in doing this show? And 6s, apparently. And at first I was like, are you asking me, like, specifically, like, if I want to do the show? And then I realized it was open to the public. And, hey, Beth, answer your phone. And it was open to the public. So if you're a Lego fan and you've got a Lego buddy, you should go fill out an application, try out for this. So I think I'm going to do it. There's somebody in the lug who's expressed interest, so I think we're going to try to do it. It's going to be filming for 7 weeks starting October 28th and then going through December, so it's going to be like right at the tail end of marching band season, so I'm hoping that it won't interfere with kids' life too much, but we shall see. So I'm going to let you guys sit for a second. I need to go get a couple pieces that I don't have in bags out here, so I'll be back shortly. Hopefully you can hear at least a little bit of the music. Talk amongst yourselves. That's 2x12. Just double checking I don't have it in here. I do have 2x6s, so that's... You're right. Sorry for the dead air. I'm going to be so glad when I get back to doing microfighters where all the pieces are right there and I can just kind of lean over and grab them. Who else has joined up? Josh. What's up, Josh? It's good to have you here, man. Sorry for the dead air there a second ago. I had to go get some parts. Where's his parts? Okay, so then we've got, what is that? It's a 1x10 as well. Here. Some of these I'm probably not going to need, but They're in the design, so I'm going to grab them. It's a 6x10. That's a 6x12. That is a 6x10. And then, oh, also I have these guys. So I just rewatched Evangelion. I don't know for how many time, but I've never actually seen it all the way through to the end. And if you haven't seen it, and if you're into studies of depression, I don't know, I'd give it a shot. I still have to watch the end of it. The end where it's called The End of Evangelion. See, some of these little sticks in here I don't know that I actually need. To pop up. I don't really know how to design half this. It was just filling gaps. Knowing full well that I'm probably leaning right into the camera. That's not right at all. 4 by that. Of course, I probably don't have that piece either. 4 by 10. Doesn't matter. Nope. Make me go get another piece, huh? So, I know I have all these on order, but looking for them and keeping track of them has been such a pain in the butt. It's been really hard to keep track of everything. And then you end up in situations like this where you really don't know where anything is. But I also don't want to overuse pieces because then, so it's a 2, I need a 4 by 10 because then I'll run out later. And again, doing an early stream tonight because we got neighbors coming over, our friends are coming over to watch some TV. We're on a Buffy rewatch kick because we normally do it Friday, but we're going to be out of town Friday. So this is early, which means people are going home right now and not watching. I don't think I'm going to need this little 1x4 here or whatever it is. Yeah, 5 o'clock is a weird time. Hopefully we'll catch some people at about 6. See how that goes. I can see my grandma right now going, I don't understand what the heck's going on. Who is he talking to? What is that? Oh, there's a space there. Space. I just want to start putting bricks down on this thing. So these two should be the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. So that means everything's got to slide over 1. Burp. Which means y'all got to slide over 1. Y'all got to slide over 1. Ah, don't hit it. Alright. Now I'm going to sit down for a second so I can verify that is indeed the case. So it's hard to tell on here. Should be 2 on either side of that. What? What? Wow, I did something really wrong. That piece. Like a big puzzle. Oh wait. Six by 10, right? Wow, I don't know where that accent's coming from. One, two, three, four, 5. Oh. Dirt, dirt, dirt. Look at that. Okay. Everything is good. It's 2 over. It's actually 2 over. 3 my 6s. What's up, David? How you doing, man? Knew that was gonna happen. This is all gonna fall apart by the time I get to putting the bricks on it, but hopefully it won't fall apart too much. All right, good enough. And then the front. Is just, oh. So we need some of these guys in between. Yarn. So there's not a gap there somehow. It's not 4, it's 3. All this moves up. These guys pop out. Those are 3s. Okay, good. I have these guys here. These could probably just go on the building itself, but we'll see what happens. I don't have to make a little puzzle piece with them. Reading chat. It's pretty good. What you building? So this is the south side entrance roof of the Capitol. So this just gets plated and bricked up, and then covered in tiles, and then there's kind of like, oh, you know what? This isn't. This is the north side. I'm sorry. You see up in the corner, this is what it looks like. This is what I'm going to be working on tonight. And we're drinking this beer. This is what we're drinking. Temptress Imperial Stout. So this is what it looks like with all the tiles. This is what it looks like without all the tiles. I'm going to try to get as much as this built up so I can start on this little kind of, I don't even know what this would be called. It's not a crenellation, it's not a parapet, it's, I don't know, it's something. It's a bit of roof nonsense is what it is. So I'm attacking it like I did the other one where I just laid out all the base pieces, and then we're going to go through and attach 2x6s all the way around, and then some of these are actually, I think they're mostly 2x6s or 2x4s. I got a huge bucket of 2x4s, so we're just going to do that. And yeah, these can go on separately. These aren't going to be part of this because if you see the tiles, they're going to go on differently. Really, Cat? Now you're making noise? Been home all day. Nope. Show that item. Burp. And hide. All right, so I'm going to go get my bag of 2x4s, which I don't believe I have. And then we're just going to start lining this, going around the thing. I'm going to do as much as I can building it up before putting tiles on so I can just kind of get that knocked out, because putting the tiles on is super easy and fun compared to this. So here's my big F-off bag of 2x4s. Let's see where this starts. So you can see, I'm going to start one in, start right down. I feel like I'm breaking ground when I do that. And then same thing, oops, all the way across. Yep. I was hoping this would pin some pieces together, but it doesn't look like it's doing that. I have to stagger these next time to get them to Alright, so here's the confusing part. How much? Oh, okay. So I have to move these guys out to here. What are these guys? 2x8s and 1x8s. Alright. So that was almost bad. And I know I have these guys. So these guys I will stagger a little bit. So in Lego building, always try to stagger as much as you can. If you can overlap plates and bricks, it helps. When you cover the seams, it helps keep things kind of stable. Ugh, there's a giant hole right here. It's probably more of these. Ooh. So how's everybody doing? How's your nights? What are you planning on doing tonight? I know it's a Monday. So it's not a Monday, it's a Thursday. Any big plans for the weekends coming up? Also, if you're new, make sure to subscribe or like. And then, because I'll be doing this twice a week. I have been doing it twice a week. Alright, gonna run back for another piece. Y'all, I'm super shocked that I have to go back and get another piece out of my own personal stash. But there's nobody really watching, so it's all good. Think of some questions you'd like to ask. Just got a bunch, just in case. Alright, back to this. This will pin up a couple of these. That'll be nice. Alright. 1, 2, 3. One, 3, 4. At the very least. So yeah, I got really excited when I heard about the Lego Master show, and then I got less excited when I realized it was an unsolicited Facebook message. But then I got excited again when I realized that the casting person, probably found me somewhere. So that was cool. I'm not exactly sure where. I didn't ask because I was kind of dumbfounded that it was actually happening. Same thing? Yeah. But then I also realized that everybody's probably going to be applying for this. Like everybody who has any kind of set or has ever built any Legos, like, I could do that. We should do that. Hey, buddy of mine, we should do this. And I'm not trying to be elitist or anything. I'm just saying that it's going to be like America's Got Talent, where it doesn't matter what you actually can or can't do, you're going to try out anyway. And the cream will rise. And I'm not saying I am that cream. I'm just a dude who likes building. But I think it'll be fun. And hopefully, I can get the time off of work. That's the next thing I need to do. Because I think I have vacation, but that's a lot of time to take off. But again, it might be worth it. The winner gets $100,000, but you got to make it through. I think they cast 48 teams to start. So I mean, you got to get through all that nonsense first. It's not a shoe-in. All right. Okay, now this is going to be where it gets dicey because a lot of this is covered up. Can you guys see it all okay? Is everybody looking? Is the Capitol your first large build? Yes. Well, no. I did like this big, yes. But let's go back over here. The UT Tower is mine as well. That wasn't as big. All right. Nope. But it was fairly big. Come on, man. So nothing there. I also built. I don't know if you were around for my giant white spaceship or not, but I built this spaceship that was probably the size of the dome, if not bigger. It was ridiculously big. It was hard to transport. You can ask Brian. Brian, who moved to Boston, not Lasso. He destroyed it. It was pretty fun. And see here, I'm not covering the seams very well. So this is as big as I've ever built. I haven't built anything bigger than this. I haven't done any sculptures or anything bigger than, something that I can fit on a desk or in my house. So this will be a challenge because I know a lot of those are pretty big. What they build is fairly large. Yeah. Hey, Micah, how's it going? Yes, these are our gaming tables. In that, these just 2x2s all the way across. Goodness. I really like this table. We bought this table when I was still, my ex and I bought this a long time ago. Oh, it's a 2x2. You're kidding me. That's a 2x2 as well. Oh wow, that doesn't go very far. Okay. And it's one of those where it's got like a big leaf that can fold out in the middle. So it's really good. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. It's really good for games. So I wanted to hang on to it as long as possible. And I've got a bunch of drawing tables and stuff that I can use in the other room. 2, 3, 4. So that's good. I think this goes to here. Nope. Ah, now we're connected. Yes, so hi Aaron and Jasper. It was good seeing you guys at Brick Fiesta. I'm really glad you guys could make it down. It was really good seeing you. David, I believe you get access to, they do supply the brick. So you are just given a wall of brick to choose from, and I mean, you don't have to supply your own. I don't know what they do for auditions or anything, so I'm just going to apply and then see what happens. And so it's at this point that I start kind of making stuff up because I don't want to spend a whole lot of time doing stuff, but because you can kind of see the pattern that you're going with. I just want to make sure I get the corners right. And then after this, then you fill it in with bricks and just repeat the process. I don't know what kind of giant amount of brick they give you, but according to the show, the clips that I watched, it's not like, it's almost like having a 3 times huge pick-a-brick wall or something. I don't think there's going to be a lot of specialized pieces. I think it's going to be a lot of 2x4s and whatever, but I think there will be some specialized pieces. I think they want to kind of get away from getting mired down in too much minutia and just build something big and whimsical. You should look up the winning Australian build. It was this giant, and I say giant, it was probably as big as this table, scene of Neptune coming out of a giant wave and crashing down onto a ship. So, you know, they had to be able to build a ship, which I'm not, you know, I've never really built outside of a set, but also be able to make a wave that looks like a wave and have it be supported, and also be able to build a figure that's supported too. So a lot of it also is they start out, I think they do a bunch of little games and stuff. You know, one of the clips I watched was you have X amount of time and you need to build as many bugs as you can using only 15 pieces. And my first thought was, well, I'm going to do that. I'm just going to build as many ants as possible, but I think the idea was to build as many different bugs. But you can only use 15 pieces each. So little stuff like that where that starts eliminating people who can't think on their feet as well, that kind of thing. Having a knowledge of what bricks are available is good, but I think also there's a danger in getting stymied into, you know, trying to think of the perfect brick to use rather than just kind of going, let's just do this with what we've got and see what happens. There's a lot to be said. When I was doing comic book art and cartooning and stuff, there's a lot to be said for accidental art, where you're aiming to do one thing, but somehow the muse takes over and you are, you know, suddenly your hand takes over and you've drawn something that you didn't expect. That happened a lot. And that's a good sign that you're, you know, that your brain is thinking along some artistic, creative lines. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start putting bricks in here, although I don't exactly know how many I need. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's start there. So I still haven't got my parts back from Lego. Still kind of cheesed about that, but again, it was a free set, won in a contest. Not complaining. Just emailed them and was like, hey man, these are all missing. And they're like, you got it. That's cool. And then once this is done, start getting into more sets. Go back to some microfighters. I've been woefully behind on my microfighters. There's a guy who in Sweden who's been building microfighters alongside me, and for a while we had about the same number, but he really tore ahead, and I think it was just a time and parts issue because 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. But he's got like 100 something builds or 80 builds or something like that, which I feel is different from the people who have designed, like me, who've designed like hundreds, but then haven't built any or built 1 or 2. But he's got a large fleet, man, and it's really impressive. And I kind of felt a little bad about it because I was like, that's my stick, man. Shtick. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll probably extend these out a little. I don't have to count those. But yeah, I'd like to get back to doing that. I've got some parts on order, but honestly, unless I get like a real good jump on this in the next week or so, I don't know if I'm going to have time, even on a stream like this, to be able to do it. Because if I can get away with building for an hour and a half without interruption, then I'm going to. And I realized, and this is a good example of how it goes. I probably started about 10 after 5, and it's taken 45 minutes to do this. This is what happens when you don't have instructions. So this is going to be a little weird. I just don't do this. Yeah, this is, stuff like this bothers me. I don't know why. I have 4 2x2s in here, so the 2 of those, that doesn't make any sense. It's 1 by 8. So yeah, it's a bummer that you're leaving, David. You can pair up. I like this stuff that you've built over the years. I haven't seen you a whole lot recently because I haven't been going to meetings, but I like your style, brother. I'm sure there's more inside here that I'm not getting to. So here's the other thing I need to do is get rid of all that so I can see what's being built in here. Don't think I'm going to need to fill in that little hole there. 8, 8, 8, 8. Something's not right. It's a lot bigger than I needed it to be. That, 4 by 12. Uh-oh. Oh, now I gotta see if I did this wrong. So there should only be one piece. These are 4 by 8s, right? Or 1 by 8s, right? 1, 2. There should only be. Sometimes the math bothers me. So I got 2 by 3s in there. 4 by 12. Huh. Well, something's not right. So help me out here, fellas. What's up, James? I still have digital building to rely on. Okay. Let's see. Something is wrong. Right, so 4 by 12, right? And then, wait, no. 8 by 16, right? 12, 3, 12, 12. Did I add 2 by 3s in here? I must have. I don't have any idea why the math doesn't work on this. That's so weird. One by 8, 1 by 8, 1, 1 by 8, 1 by 8. So this should be the 4 times 8, 32, 33. So there should be 33 in between there. At the very least. These guys line up. What? Alright, I just did a magic trick on myself. I don't know how that's possible. Ugh. Alright, whatever. James, you're just in time to watch my brain slowly fizzle out as the math that is this plate doesn't work out anymore. Totally losing my mind. Three, 8, 3, 4, 8. 1, okay, 8, 4, 8, 3, 8. 8, 4, 8, 3, 8. I'm not going to care about that 1 by there because I don't think it's necessary. Probably the other set is necessary either, but I'm going to do it. 3, 8. And then what that's covered with. 8, 3, 4, 8. Yep. Stepping away momentarily while I go find some 1 by 4s. By 4s. This goes up another. Starts 4 over. Okay. So this is the south side. And then a 3, right? Yeah. This is the, no, not south side, north side roof. So this is the same way that I did the other roof. The other 2 west and east side roofs was just put all the plates down, build it up, cover it with tile. It basically creates one big piece and then you go lay it on top of the roof. And it's surprisingly stable. As long as you're building everything on top of it before you move it, and you don't have to go back and like put anything on top of it where you have to kind of push up underneath it to get it to work. 4, 3, and 8. Is that right? Yeah. So otherwise, you got to build a bunch of towers underneath it to hold up. And I just don't know if I've got enough brick for that anymore. I'm running low on 2 by 4s. So, but I don't think it'll be necessary. These aren't as floppy as the other 2 that I was doing with Izzy. No, I'll show you here. They are different sizes and different shapes. See, this one's got a whole big thing in here, this big divot, and this one doesn't. And it has a different little square out here in the front than this one does. So they're different shapes, which means their edges got built, and you can see this one's a little wider this way. So they're going to get built up differently than the other one. Yeah, the other 2 I could mirror pretty easily, but not this one. So let's see, where was I? Here. This is an unexpected treat too. When I was first building this model, these didn't come in tan. These guys, these reverse arches. So I was fully expecting to have to print a tan sticker to go over this on both sides, but now it does come in tan. It's just never changed in the model. All right, so that's done. Let's see about this back side here. Did that go far into it? 1, 2, 2. So here's where we're going to run into some issues. Hey, James. I had no idea. Never noticed when visiting. I guess we didn't really see it all. No, I thought it was just going to be a nice simple cross too, but when I got aerial photos of it, I'm like, yeah, that's ridiculous. Somebody was just smoking all kinds of crack when they did that. So just as a heads up, if you're curious, since the building is built off of one stud being the center and the dome is built off 2 studs being the center, the whole dome is shifted over half of stud. And the whole scaffolding sits on a bunch of jumper plates, which means that this section of roof and this section of roof are attached to the building proper, but these areas are not. They have to float. I don't know if you can see it from that little inlet, but the corner areas kind of have to float, and they have to be put on after the dome does. Still not exactly sure how I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to build it onto the dome, and there might just have to be a little gap in there. And if you look, but build it in such a way that if you look at it kind of head on, you won't really see it. So, but that'll be fun. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Let's just do 2. My grandma was in here, my grandma and my aunt. But I think they have since gone. And that's okay, because this is acquired viewing, acquired taste viewing. So once I start getting into these areas, it's going to start drifting into the dome right here. So I'm not exactly sure how this, there's probably going to be another big line of plates right here, and I'm probably just going to have to see how much I can extend it out. I don't know. Kind of a lot of guessing right now, but we'll build it when we build it. These alerts just don't go away. They just sit there and hover in front of everything. I can't see, but I understand. Yeah. Yeah, so all the corner plates around the dome have to have green tiles on them too, but it's going to be hard to figure out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's going to be a tile. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, that's going to be a whole different... So I think this is about as far as I can go with this. I may have to build a bunch of pieces separately just to kind of cover the seams, because I think this is about as much as I can do to get it built in one section. So of course it does that. Fuck. Don't know why, but I did this. Oh, probably because this will slope up and this is coming together, so it has to be built up to here. That would be my guess. 2s and 3s on that side. Okay. So we can tile up to that point. So now the fun part, where I remove all of these guys. Nope. What about color? Hide those. Type. Hide those. So now I just get to fill this whole area up with brick. Let's see how we do this. So at least 3 that way, at least 3 that way, and then 2 that way. All right. So for those of you who are viewing on Mixer or Twitch, welcome to one of probably the most boring streams you'll ever run across. Oh, you know what would help? How about some lights? How about the ability to see? Really hope I don't run out of 2x4s. Because, you know, said no one ever. There always seems to be 2x4s. The sad thing is, by the time I get done with this tonight, nobody's even going to really see the fun stuff. Being the light gray, or the sand green tiles. That's when it starts getting fun, if you are a giant Lego nerd. In fact, so will eventually be what goes on. Big old bag of tiles. Wish Chip was here. I mean, that's just pretty. I love those tiles. Although by the time this build is done, I'll absolutely hate sand green. I've emptied Austin of sand green, I'm pretty sure. Also, the fun part of this build is going to be doing that little forecastle. Forecastle, that's what it was. That's what that term is. The forecastle that sits on top of here is going to be fun to do. Just because it looks cool. It's not really a complicated build. It's just a bunch of bricks and corner slopes and stuff, but I think it'll be kind of fun. All right, so 3. This just goes all the way across, doesn't it? Oh, 2x3 in the middle there. Yee, all right. Keep building like you got no more building. So this is the part right here that was going to hold all these pieces together, all these floor bits. Cover up all this old gray. I'm not sad to see all the old gray go away. I know a lot of people like the old gray, but I get tired of trying to figure out. Oh, all right, hang on. This is going to be different. I must have set that up wrong. No, that's right. No, just got one more. I think that's the middle. Yeah, doesn't matter where they go. All right, hang on real quick. I knew I had these handy. Bye-bye, old gray. See you in 10 years. So James, if you're still with us, I am going to get with Christina. I don't know if you saw the comment. She has a, hey, 620. She has a, she's got a whole setup. She's got sticker sheets and she's got a cutter. So I'm going to, I'm just going to go with her to get everything done. It's a sheet about this big full of stuff, but I think vinyl stickers will be just fine. I think given that the thing's going to be inside, I'm not too worried about it getting a lot of sunlight or fading or anything like that. So, and regular paper stickers are going to shred, but I think the vinyl stickers will be fine. So I'm also grateful for Josh. I don't know where I put him. Brought over a sexy bag of 2x4s.
Did you just call Lego sexy?
I just called Lego sexy, but stack them nicely and everything. Because these don't have to be black. They just got to be in here. So if they turn out to be partially yellowed and red or green, doesn't matter. Cool, it should last longer. Yeah, the vinyls should be a lot better. I mean, if you can put them on a car and they last, then I will have those up to show other people too, because I think they look neat. Oh, no, wait. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Ah. 2, 3. This is where it's going to start getting funky. Because apparently there's a gap in here for some stupid reason. Probably because I figured out I can put tiles across, and the forecastle is going to live right about here. I really wish this wouldn't have taken longer, because this is going to be like the last time I have to build till Monday. What time is it? This goes all the way across. Nope, it goes different. Ugh. Ouch, cat. Needy little jerk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1. Okay. Do you want to go ahead and order pizza, Beth?
I was going to tell 6:30 after the
Okay. Well, I'm going to keep building until like right at the end.
Are you? Wait, how long are you?
I usually go till 6:30, but I'm going to go till like right as they get here.
Okay. I have to
FaceTime with someone?
FaceTime Laura while I feed Allie.
Okay. That's not a problem.
Well,
They'll listen to your conversation.
oh, okay, but it's going to distract from your.
It's not going to distract. No one's watching anyway. It's just James. Maybe David. Julian's Brick City. Collecting bricks. How's it going, people? Thanks for coming by. We're actually just getting ready to wrap up. I might go a few minutes longer, but we got dogs to feed and we got people coming over.
No, I feel bad by making you end early.
No, I mean, I could just kill this and I can still build.
Oh, I thought you meant you were going to stay on the stream.
I was thinking about it, but...
Oh.
Julian's Brick City, thanks for coming by.
I think
This is the lower level of the roof of the Capitol, so we're building it up 3D printing style from the ground up. And once we get it enough layers up, we'll put all these, where'd they go? All these sexy sand green tiles on.
I can use headphones.
Oh, okay, yeah. Actually, I'm going to try to linger for about a half hour longer, maybe 20 minutes. You might hear Beth in the background talking. For those who don't know, Beth is my co-host sometimes when we have the smaller, intimate streams. But I'm going to keep rocking this for a little bit since we got some people on. Let's see. I am going to run and grab a couple bricks real quick, so don't go anywhere. Excuse me. So I'm super grateful to have a girlfriend who will let me build this stuff in our house. But also the fact that we have enough room to build something like this in here. Because the whole front room is taken up by the rest of the building, and this is occupying basically our kitchen table. So it'll be nice at the end of the month to be able to get our table back and the front room back. We moved it out for Brick Fiesta, and it occupied so much space and whatnot that it you could actually, it felt like we had just moved in. It was so echoey.
How are you? Oh, look at me. All right. Thanks for letting me
Okay,
use.
let's
Thank
see.
you for taking care of her this weekend. So I don't know if I can. Oh, I can.
Two there,
Here's Allie.
two there, two there, two there. All right, well, that doesn't make any sense, but let's do it.
All right. So, well, I guess I do need to flip it. So you know the layout of our kitchen, so you know where I'm going. Her medicine is in this cabinet.
Yeah,
So
lack of space
here's
is
the thing.
becoming a problem.
I'm going to leave
But
some instructions.
we don't
I
really
don't
have
wanna
anything
leave
else
it out
going on.
Because Ms. Gig likes to get up and knock stuff around, or else I would leave them out.
This
So
is
there's
kind of
three
my
medicines
whole
that
hobby.
she takes. Just
And
one
Beth
of the
doesn't
big
have
bottle is the
much of a
omeprazole.
hobby of any kind. She has her dog.
And she only picks that once a day, so we don't have to do that now. But the other two are the smaller ones she takes twice a day, so she'll
So here's what's going to happen is
one in the morning.
this is all the brick
I've got
left.
Yeah.
And I probably have another couple rows, but then I have to use whatever's left here
Yes,
to do
exactly.
the front.
And the big bottle
side.
is just once
So I'm gonna have to
and the two little
Dip into my
ones
own
twice.
brick.
And I apologize. I've got some pill pockets. These are her favorites. They smell so bad. It's duck and pea.
I'm half
So
listening
you're
to
gonna
what
open
Beth's
it and you're
talking
gonna
about. Cross-contaminating
you're gonna
conversation.
open it. You're gonna think something
But
has gone
Josh
wrong.
brought a lot of brick,
Like,
and we'll just do
I
that.
mean, it really smells like rotten.
I've got
it's
so
so
many
bad.
2x4s, it's not going to be a problem.
They do. So you know how pill pockets work, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
I saw the
Well, let me
photos.
show you then. So
Um,
for the big ones, I'll show you.
I couldn't really tell that there was
Yes,
water
exactly.
damage, but I saw the photos of your latest haul
The once a day one is a capsule, and it looks like
and had,
this.
you said there was water damage.
So I
You
just
said
put
apologies
one
for the
in.
water damage,
I
Graham.
just
I'm like,
did one pill pocket for
don't
that.
apologize to us, man.
But
You're the one with the
these
water
two,
damage.
These are small enough. I could put them both in one. So
That was the
So-
Temptress Imperial Milk Stout. This is my favorite beer
yes,
of all time.
Exactly.
It's
So-
high ABV. It tastes like a candy.
Sorry, this is harder to do on FaceTime.
And now I'm going to do this one. St. Arnold's. I don't think I've had this one.
Yeah.
It's not terribly cold. But
So
we're going to give it a shot.
flip it. So yeah, so you just put the two little pills in the pill pocket.
All right.
That's what they look like.
So,
Yeah, and the pills just fit in there like this.
oh,
And
look at that.
then you pinch it
All the way
together.
down?
And if she eats
Yeah.
it, and doesn't even know what she's eating. Yeah. Yes, it's only open on one end. And okay, so her meatballs are going to be right here. There's enough to last.
It goes
her till
3 deep on
Sunday.
it. Okay.
Now, as far
Goodness,
as
I
how
really
many
like
she
using
eats,
these 2x4s, didn't
it
I?
varies. She usually doesn't eat as much when I'm not here.
Excuse me.
Also, I'm gonna leave rubber
The hall
gloves
was
out
just in the
because
living
you're
room.
gonna
There
need
was
rubber
all
gloves
kinds of junk in the
because
background. Speaking.
the meatballs are
Yeah.
gross. So put this glove on.
Walked in
I
that
just
2x3.
you can put it on both of them. Yeah, exactly. So normally, you can see I have it separated into two sections. It's one container per day, so it's separated into two sections. So you feed the top part and then the bottom part. As you see, she didn't eat all of her top part this morning, so we had some left over.
So as you can see,
try to like re-roll them too, just because they get a little.
this is going to be, oh,
I don't know. That's just me being picky, I guess.
I'm going to go get these parts because I think I need these now.
No, don't go that far. So as you see, there's the top layer, there's the bottom layer, and again, she gets one layer per meal. Usually it ends up being about 10 meatballs, depending on the size of them. But I'll show you when I get them all.
That's nice. These are donated parts. Some plates.
No. Yeah, no. And she'll let you know if she's done. Because
Should I use these a second ago?
Ben said when I wasn't here, she wasn't eating like a full layer of them. So, and actually,
The rest are plates. All right, I need the rest.
right, exactly. So let's see, 1, 2, 3.
I'm only gonna go get these because they've been
11. So there's 11
set
here. This is
aside.
about what it looks like when it's the right. So it's like one bottom layer and then a couple on the top. If that makes sense.
For this
But I
express
wouldn't feed her
purpose.
more than one layer because that's probably too much. Okay. And then this part you know. So come on, oh. Come on. Up. Good girl. She's pretty good about getting in and out
All right,
without me
I will be right
having
back.
to do anything. She just kind of gets in. So when I first started feeding her, I was just letting her eat out of the bowl, but she ate too quickly. So, and what I normally do is I normally give her one meatball. I just feed it to her like that. I wait for her to swallow. You usually hear, or I don't know if you saw it, maybe she did kind of like a, put it back on. She'll do kind of like that kind of thing to swallow. So I usually give her one, and then I give her her pill pocket, just so she knows that, she's getting fed in the shop. But I would give her her pill pocket second because the meatballs help push it down because it's so dense. Right, exactly. So it seems, and you know what she looks like when she swallows. You can hear her swallow. So yeah, it's basically just like, yeah, she does. She doesn't really chew. She just swallows them. She'll chew a little bit. So, exactly. That's how it works. That's why you don't want to make them so
You know what? I'm going to use these.
chew them. You want to kind of do it where they can just.
Yeah, these are supposed to be Technic, but I don't know what happened to them. 1 by 10. Hopefully these are 1 by 10.
Exactly.
You know what? They're not.
So
Still going to use them.
yeah. So and other than that's the same. We've been doing 30 minutes.
It just has to fill the gap in between these three.
There we go. Good girl. Alexa, set timer for 30 minutes. We do.
30 minutes.
Yes, that was all of them. So she eats them pretty quickly. So yeah, so the size that they are now, I'd say about 10 or 11 of them is probably good. But
I was saving these for something, but I don't know what.
and just make sure that if there's some left over, or the one that you give her in the morning, there's going to be, it's going to be a new thing. So you just want to make sure you put it back on. I don't know what source that'll happen if they stay out. I think they just kind of lose their density, which is good. But I mean, there's nothing in them. Well, I guess there's coconut milk in them. Wow.
That's really crappy. I literally just had my hands on these. So I'm gonna throw this in.
Yes. Each little Tupperware container is for a day. There's 2 layers. There's parchment
So I know
paper.
where this is going.
Separating
It's just
the
gonna be
layers.
like this.
So it's a layer per meal.
Maybe like this.
Which is I did.
Something like this. That's fine.
Oh.
But Doesn't have to be exact. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's just
no,
funnel
no, I made
space.
all these at one time. I was actually
Okay.
making 6 batches instead of just 4 because I was like,
Heading
I don't
out.
wanna make them
All right, James, take it easy. Thanks for coming by, man.
Because I made them because yeah, but I'm like after making I do 2 batches at a time, so after doing that twice, I'm like I'm done. I'm exhausted. Like I may make stuff tonight, but probably not.
Look at that. That's just so much. Why? All right.
There might be, and like I said, she may not eat all of them. She'll kind of, what they look like when they have on. She'll kind of do that, which is weird because she normally won't do that.
This
I know
will
this,
help keep these closed.
I know anytime anytime Dozer stays over here, he doesn't eat very much. Like Lecter doesn't, Vin doesn't, just kind of different. And in this case, you know what his food is, and he gets half. Yeah, he gets half a cup a day. They'll try to, eat more, but he doesn't. Yeah, yeah. Oh, and the other thing too, where his
I'm digging this music though.
automatic or his little cat fountain is in our room. Yeah, I mean we'll fill it before we leave, but just make sure there's not it's not blocked or anything. And then yeah, we put water in it, but honestly most of the time it evaporates. And so yeah, I know it looks like we never get the bubbles. It's all like cloudy too. Where it's like getting in there. Um, yeah, and where the water bowl is. And I'm probably just gonna fill both bowls up for her. And feel free to bring Dozer by if you want to on Saturday. I don't think Dozer stresses her out. But I mean that's yeah, that's up to you. You don't have to, but if you want to bring him on,
Who's here?
you can
Who's
also
talking?
bring John along
I realized just now that I've been listening to Beth talk and listening to music and I've been conversing with the fans. So, we're at a point now where that's all the brick that we can put around that side.
Yeah, so we are leaving on
The rest of
tomorrow
this,
at 5 as soon as we get off work. I'm going to be her at 4, so you won't have to worry about coming by at all on
this
Friday or tomorrow.
three,
The neighbors,
three.
are going to come by and let her out.
Oh man, that's stupid. Look what I did. There's nothing holding these up. So that needs to be 3 and 4.
Your only responsibility will be Saturday morning and
4, 4, and 2.
a couple times during the day.
So let's see what we can do here.
And then Sunday they're going to be
We have to find the middle of the build.
Yeah, Sunday afternoon about so.
How many?
Honestly, we really don't even need to keep them in the morning. They just might be upset.
3.
They're more Indians, so.
Yeah. The middle is going to be
Like
right here.
Exactly. So I'm trying to think if there's
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Turn garage.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Oops.
I think that's it. Like I said, the only difference is just, the meatballs now and the medicine. Yeah, I was kind of hoping that she'd be able to get off the medicine. I don't think she's going to be able to. I think it's for a lifetime.
All right.
And she is also on.
So for those of you who are joining
I wrote
us,
it down.
joining me for this, I really
There's
appreciate
a
you
hot
being here.
tab that is
Now we got
guafenicin
overlapping
and then
conversations.
metoclopramide, which it says for nausea, but I think what metoclopramide does is it helps move things
Overlapping conversations, which could go into another room.
esophagus, but it's saying
I'm not going to say anything.
Um,
Uh,
that might be it. Yeah. So yeah, and
and I'm going to is because
She regurgitated once a day, but she hasn't regurgitated in like a week. But it's been like maybe once a week, which is much better than it has been. And it's been smaller. We will have like the cushions up on the couch and the thing on the chair, and of course while
Beauty.
you're here, feel free to move those.
Who's still watching? What do you got to say?
Before you leave, because she likes her favorite place to regurgitate is on Ben's chairs. And on the
Who's
and
building
the
what
basketball
lately?
table, she likes to regurgitate on the couch. That's the other thing too. We'll probably leave some towels out. If you see anything, I hate to ask you to clean it up. I'm just afraid that she'll.
Oh wait.
Yeah. Right. Well, and I expect.
Spam caller.
Yeah, no, don't worry about the bedroom. It's in the living room. It'll be on the carpet.
So let's see.
And they won't do it on the tile. And so, and when you come in, of course, you'll be coming in through the garage.
Hall green. Bye.
Almost completed.
So let's start doing this again.
And hopefully
That way.
No, it's in the
That way.
So hopefully, I almost want to put up like a puppy gate. Because did he tell you this puppy gate? The cat, he doesn't understand how puppy gates work. He actually, we caught him because we had one.
He doesn't. You don't know how to put them up even.
From going into our room, because she was regurgitating daily. She was regurgitating on our bed a lot, and the cat got stuck in there. He climbed over it. I'm like, you can jump over that, dummy. He just.
Cats can jump up and they can jump down. They're not going to jump over.
They can jump over. Cats can jump. He should be able to jump over. Yeah. It was just so funny because he climbed it. I was like, but
Oh no.
I don't think he could. Yeah, I don't think he could. Ben doesn't seem worried, so I'm not going to be worried.
This almost got in. Who donated a mega block?
So,
This goes in the trash, yo. I'm going to have words.
Yeah, I know, right? I know. I worry about that every time. Not to make you worry about anything else. I'm sure it'll be fine. We've left him here with it before. I think you're right. I think it's too heavy. Right, Ben?
What?
The capital's too heavy for the cat to knock over.
Nobody's knocking anything over.
Yeah. Ben's not worried about it. Yeah, he's fine. So I'm sure it'll be fine. And
We're having a conversation right now about the Capitol being knocked over. I do not see that happening. That thing is such a beast.
But yeah, we'll leave some towels.
I'm gonna have to pull apart this area and find out exactly how it's built. But my guess is it's kind of the same thing, where it's just all
when
brick.
she goes outside,
But I think I'm gonna
so I
start
would
doing.
recommend letting her out when we get here, so she doesn't get kind of like hanging in the chair.
2x6s. I'm gonna use instead because
Exactly. She's gonna do
sexy brick.
and then
Look at that. Look how fun. Ooh, yellow brick. I'm keeping that. I'm gonna pull that out and keep that for the UT tower. Also brought to you by Bricks and Minifigs in Round Rock, Texas. I will link them in the description. They provided sand green and some other stuff for this build, so the stickers will be brought to you by
It doesn't. Even when she has short hair, it just
Creative
stays
Brick
super
Builders.
short. Yeah. So, yeah. So
And I've mentioned Creative Brick Builders before.
For the food.
You know what? I don't need to do that.
Yeah.
It's just gonna go like this.
Yeah. And I think that's it. I think I started to say this and then I got distracted with something else because that's where I am right now. We've been doing 30 minutes, but if she gets squirming around 20 or 25, you go ahead and let her out.
made a little change to the feed thinking that I would get more
Yeah, exactly.
Twitch users in, but it doesn't look like it. I know this is in video games. I know it's not
Yeah.
Fortnite. But it's creative building nonetheless.
It is hard. Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's fine. Like, even if, I mean, because she'll climb out on her own. And she's sly about it, too. Yeah. I've gotten to a point where I just go and sit on the couch and just watch her. Ben gives her the evil eye the whole time.
stink eye. She gets stink eye from me.
Stink eye.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah. Yeah. No. I mean, it's not the worst thing that's probably going to happen is she's going to regurgitate. But like I said, I don't even know because she said in it 30 minutes for both meals yesterday. She's still regurgitating this morning.
Let her know that she has been.
Let her know that what then?
She's been prone to crawling out of it lately.
Yeah, that's what we were just talking about.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, she's sneaky.
You have to
but,
order pizza.
oh, yeah.
So we're probably going to be cutting this short pretty soon.
Yeah,
We,
exactly.
Have friends come over to watch Buffy because that's what we
So,
do.
yeah, I think that's about it. And you know, I mean, you
We usually do it on
take care of
Friday
us
nights,
more,
but
so. I might do
we are
that.
going to be out of town
I might
tomorrow.
do that. Yeah. That way, if something happens, and I'll ask them if I can give them their number or give you their number.
I'm going to
so
crank
that
on
way-
this as much as I can, and
Yeah.
doing it in a stream is just as good as an excuse. One of these days, I'm going to join up with
Yeah. That way, if something
the
happens,
Google Hangout people.
and can't get over here for something, there's an emergency.
So I can get more
Okay.
interaction with people.
Okay. Yeah, I'll ask them, and I'll just write the numbers down on the video.
Maybe I'll do that tomorrow.
Right.
Alright,
Yeah.
I think that's where I'm going to stop.
Yeah. Awesome.
Although I feel like I've.
Awesome.
You know what? Let's put some
Well, I
tiles
think
on.
that's it. We really appreciate it.
I want to put some tiles on to give a little bit of satisfaction to everybody.
Oh yeah, of course.
So where do we start here? Up and oh, I need
Yeah,
one
we
of
can
those.
definitely.
So up and
Oh
over.
yeah. I don't know that if I'll check to make sure we don't have anything that weekend, but if we don't have anything going on, then we can definitely do it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So this is basically what it's gonna look like. Just built up.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of excited that it didn't take that long
Yeah.
to get this center section done.
Yeah.
This
for
part's
sure.
gonna be a problem because this
I think that we
extends
should be able
out
to do it. I don't think we're gonna be
into
able
the
to
cabinet
do it.
or into the dome.
So.
So I'm a little worried about what that's gonna do.
Yes.
But I
For
think
sure.
getting this in
Yeah.
place first
Okay.
will allow me
I
to
know.
figure out what to do with
Okay,
this.
perfect. All right, well, you have fun in Montana?
Yeah.
Is that where you're going?
I don't know what's
Have
over there.
so much fun.
Montana,
Yeah, she's going to Montana to ride horses.
big sky country.
That's exactly what she said. I've got headphones in so he can't hear you. And he's like, big sky country. I'm like, that's exactly what she said.
You know what? I need to go to Montana because
Is that
Saish
how you what?
Billings.
I didn't know that was an actual town.
One of my favorite
One of your favorite what things?
YouTube channels is filmed in Montana.
One of his favorite YouTube channels is filmed there. Yeah.
Oddly enough.
Well, yeah. How long are you going to be gone?
Okay, now that's together. So we got some green on here. This will sit nicely on top of the south side, so it'll be rotated. This is the entryway. If you haven't been watching on Instagram, I just posted
Oh, wow, so short
a
trip.
couple of photos of the front and back sort of storefront or wall front, whatever's, the tops of the north and south entryways.
Oh yeah, I bet it's gonna be gorgeous.
These guys. So that'll be nice to get these in place.
Yay! Yay! That's gonna be so much fun. Take lots of pictures.
And I really hope this works out because
Well, yeah. Don't.
this is
don't,
going to be
Don't hurt yourself.
probably like this.
There you go. All right.
Oh, you know what?
We
That's
will.
weird.
We will. We're excited. So, well, we've got company coming
I have
over.
to figure
here.
that out.
Actually, Dan and Dara that are coming over. So I will ask them if I can pass their number on, and I will text you, and I can text you their numbers.
Thought I'd throw some green on here
Okay.
just so everybody got a little bit of the.
Perfect. All right. Thank you so much. Yeah, no
Oh,
problem.
whoops.
No problem. I need to publish this so anybody can have it. Yeah. All right. Okay, perfect. Thank you. And Allie and Biscuit, we'll see you Saturday. Okay. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
That's not going to be right either. I have to figure that out.
Sorry, I didn't mean to talk that long.
That's all right.
I'm gonna have to
Yeah, you should order it and then text them and be like, "We're running late, but come over whenever." Nobody's
Dragon has a $0 delivery fee.
nobody's really watching, so I'm gonna go ahead and kill the stream. Hey everybody, thanks for joining. Sorry we didn't get as much green on here as we wanted to, but I appreciate you coming and watching. I'll be back Sunday night, probably doing more of the same. I won't have another chance to work on this before then, so I will very likely be picking up kind of right where we left off here. If you liked what you saw, please like the video, subscribe, pass it around, share it with people, let them know. It's always fun to have people to chat with and talk about Lego, so let everybody know. And it was good hanging out with you guys on a Thursday night, and cheers. Talk to you soon.